Special thank you to Seed and Stone Cidery and Lucky Buzz Meadery for sponsoring the show today. They help to make this show possible and supply us with the occasional beverage when we're out there. They've got 10 taps full of meads and ciders made right there in-house. They've also got all sorts of awesome events going on, including an open mic almost every single Thursday where you can come out and show your musical talent. So all you songwriters out there, stop out and grab a cider or a mead and tell them that the Songwriters Couch and the Patrick Joanne Band sent you. Again, Seed and Stone Cidery right here in Rochester, New York. Go out and visit them and let them know we sent you. Thanks, guys. The smooth sounds of Patrick Joanne and Alex Raia.
That's
All
what's
right.
up.
So welcome to episode 7. Welcome to episode 7. We want a huge shout out to our sponsors. Thank you so much for sponsoring the show. You make this show possible. And on the show today, we've got one Mr. Alex Raia. Welcome to the show, man.
Hello, thank you.
All right. So Songwriters Couch. And so you are a songwriter?
I'm a songwriter, yep.
A performer?
I'm a performer. I'm a poet, a musician.
A party clown, part-time?
I don't know about that.
No party clown. Okay. Have you ever done any?
Maybe at one point.
Have you done any weird entertaining gigs like that in the past?
No,
No, you know that. No. I've done all sorts of weird stuff.
Have you? You've done clown
all
stuff?
Sorts of. I've done clown stuff, Alex. Weird clown stuff.
At least you're probably a happy clown, though.
No, I haven't done any, and not anything too weird. I did once. I have a story. You guys want to hear a story?
That's it.
Before we start here, and this is a story that anyone watching here that knows me or knows where I lived in Queens will vouch for this. So I lived in a townhouse in Queens, right? So they're all side by side houses, and the house next to us was always rented out, owned by an older Chinese lady, and so she would rent it out, and it was filled sometimes with like 15 dudes that were just like here working or whatever. But one time it was filled with 3 to 4, maybe half a dozen clowns. Every single person that lived there was a clown.
Wow.
So at times I would be like going to school or I'd be going to work or whatever, and I'd come out and I'd just see like 5 clowns all dressed up.
That's trippy.
Coming out of the house and getting into their car. And it wasn't a tiny car. I was hoping that at some point, it would be like a tiny car, but yeah, it was fun.
That's wild.
But yeah, I never actually asked them, hey, can I join you and maybe make a little extra money? But so how did you get into kind of guitar and that sort of thing? I've asked kind of most of my guests, like, is it something where your family was into music or?
No, so basically, I think I'm like the first person in my family to pick up an instrument. I think my grandfather played like accordion and stuff, but only when he was like drinking, But yeah, no, I picked it up.
That's a good time to pick up an accordion. When you
it's a good time.
I think my father played accordion, if I'm not mistaken, in school or something.
Yeah.
That might have been a big thing back in the day.
Yeah,
play accordion.
But yeah, I picked it up in college. All my roommates were playing guitar at the time. They were all guitar majors. And I felt kind of left out, so I was like, you know what? I want to do this stuff too.
Yeah, you can curse if you want to.
I want to do this. I want to do this shit.
It's YouTube. Too. I don't know if YouTube will yell at us for cursing, but I think you'll be all right.
But yeah.
So did you take actual classes in school for guitar and music and all that stuff?
No classes. No classes at all. Just kind of had guitars at the apartment that my roommates owned. So
did you guys all play together when you were there?
I wasn't that good yet.
All right.
Yeah, I was just learning. Yeah, and they kind of were like teaching me a couple things, but
that's cool. So they were showing you some stuff too. While they were all going to school for for music too?
Yeah. A couple of the guys were going to school for like classical guitar. Yeah.
And I've noticed too, like lately, you've been playing a lot more. I've seen you out there.
Yeah.
I got my eye on you, Alex.
Thanks.
I'm watching you.
Yeah.
So you started kind of learning guitar. Did you immediately kind of start playing songs, or did you start learning covers at first, or like how was your progression?
Yeah, it was just like it was songs basically. Yeah.
So you would learn cover songs first, and
kind of, yeah. It was just I would kind of learn like riffs and stuff, like like that kind of stuff, like and just like and then just I didn't learn any.
You
full
wrote
songs
that, right?
For a
That's
while.
a song you wrote.
Yeah. But yeah, just learning riffs and
Awesome.
then eventually learning songs.
So when did you start? Well, I'll ask this: when was the first song? When did it first come out of you? Like when you're
It was pretty early.
heartbreak.
It was just like I think I just immediately started like putting words to like chords, like, and I didn't like, obviously I didn't like write them down because they weren't that good. I didn't want to write them down, but like I would record myself playing these songs. It'd be like,
So there's recordings out there somewhere.
Yeah,
of
they're on
these
YouTube
songs.
probably.
I'll find them, Alex. Don't worry.
They're bad. Don't find them.
So obviously, and I've said this before, when you first start writing, it's they're usually not the best, but you gotta make a bunch of kind of garbage stuff to get to the point where you're writing, decent things. What were you listening to at that time? Was it emo stuff, like
it was
Panic at the Disco? And that sort of thing?
No, it was just all like the typical like Red Hot Chili Peppers, like Weezer.
Oh,
Like
really?
all that kind of like
it's so
90s stuff.
It's so interesting too. Your generation, because how old are you? You're 20 something.
Just turned 27.
27. Yeah.
Yeah.
My drummer, I think, is the same age as you, Jonah Hittel.
Okay.
But he's got similar tastes. Super into like Weezer, the 90s bands. That's why he works so well with us too. Because I was a teenager in the 90s, so like Nirvana and all those bands back then, like Weezer. Was just coming out at that point.
Right.
So were you trying to kind of emulate what they were doing?
Not really. I think I was just I just was kind of, I don't know, I was just kind of just trying to find like what I wanted to do with guitar and just kind of get my bearings in the beginning, and I was just having fun, like just free flowing, like doing like the free expression thing where you just kind of like words just kind of come and like with the music, and I would spend like 30 or 40 minutes at a time just like riffing off of like an idea or like
So I'll ask this too, because this is something I've noticed most songwriters will do. They'll write something, they'll write a riff.
Yeah.
Do you normally like just mumble over it to come up with like a melody, and then you start like some words are in there?
I've tried that. Yeah, I definitely tried that. Yeah.
What made you kind of like start getting into playing? I know you're playing more now. I mean, was it something that you wanted to make a career? Did you want to make it something that was like,
I've definitely, I feel like it's been an aspiration of mine for a while to make it a living, and obviously a lot of people want to do that.
It's like super easy to do, right?
Yeah, because it's it's very like it's obviously a very competitive.
As I say, not for the faint of heart. The music business, it's definitely a business, and it's a tough one. I find, like, to get in and actually be making money and not give up during it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
it's especially so easy to,
especially in the beginning, because are you going out solo typically right now, or are you doing
I was doing
band,
duo stuff, band stuff. I haven't really done too many solo things, but I probably will soon.
Yeah, I found, like, especially in the beginning, going out and playing solo is a little bit easier, because not only, you have to come up with your material, you have to come up with how you're performing, all that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're also trying to manage a band at the same time, it could be a lot to figure out what's how to go forward with it.
Yeah.
Is it something where you typically wrote the songs in the duo, or was it like you both came with songs to play, or what was like the?
It's mostly my songs. We would do my songs and covers, of course.
Do you have stuff out there in distribution right now?
I do. It's on Spotify.
Why don't we pimp that out right now before I forget to do that, because I am drinking whiskey, Alex. So.
Yeah. So if you go on Spotify, look up Alex Raia, Raia.
Oh, you got nice and close to me. Nice and close, sultry voice. So on Spotify, how do you feel about, as a young man in the music
business now.
How do you feel? How do you feel about the streaming thing? Because there's a lot of older musicians I've noticed, and I've had to stop myself from doing this as I get older too, becoming that, that whining old man. Well, back in my day, I used to be able to sell an album for $10, and make 5 out of it. Now I get a penny for every play. I mean, what you grew up in the kind of era of streaming and became a musician in the era of streaming. Like, do you find it's just you never thought of it as anything else?
It seems a little bit unfair because it's like there's no people aren't going to really pay for CDs and stuff now because they don't have CD players.
Yeah, what do you have merch that you have at shows, or is it?
Not really. I've got to make some CDs. I'll make some CDs for this album that's coming out this month. But
you know what I did recently? It was pretty cool. For our latest album, we did these like digital cassettes, so they look like cassettes. Yeah, but they've got a USB attachment to them, so you just plug them into whatever USB.
That's cool.
Medium thing or whatever, but it looks like a cassette. But I feel like people would listen to that more because what I've noticed is people don't even have CD players in their car now.
No,
most and so don't. Yeah. So you can give them out and they just have no way of actually playing them.
Yeah.
So what do you primarily write, like, genre wise? Is it folk, rock?
It's all, I guess the easiest way to describe it's like alternative, indie. You hear it on the guitar and it's going to sound like folk, or it's going to sound like singer-songwriter.
I can also already tell you're a better guitar player than I am.
I don't know about
that. I'm not. I'm a rhythm player. My older brother was a lead player, so I was always in his shadow.
No, but yeah, when I record my music, it's kind of got like an eclectic, like indie, like / electronic. Like it's kind of hard to explain.
Yeah. Well, that's it. So do you play piano also?
No, actually, no? Just a little bit of synthesizer stuff, but no, I can't really play like piano.
Yeah, but this note
this
works
is
with what it is. That's me too. I do the one finger. What's the name of that guy from Charlie Brown? What's the Schroeder? Yeah.
Schroeder.
Ding, 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 ding. When someone asks him to play a song, that's what he does. Ding, 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 ding. So where do you kind of want to go from here? I mean, do you want to continue to obviously the local scene here there's a decent scene here in Rochester for playing music. I mean, have you had any dreams of doing, a tour?
Definitely. Definitely.
Going out on the road and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's the goal, I think.
Have you played out of New York yet?
I haven't.
Have you gone out?
No, I have not. I've not ventured outside of Rochester.
All right. So I'm going to challenge you the next time we talk.
Okay.
Maybe have something planned next time.
Cool.
Maybe I'll have you on the show when you have an out of town gig, and we'll bring you back on and the like. So how do you typically write a song? Do you sit down and you think, I'm going to write now, and then you say, okay, A, E, G, these are going to be the chords, or does it kind of just come out of nowhere?
It's like, I definitely will sit down with the intention a lot of the times to write a song, and like I'll have my coffee, and I'll be like, all right, let's see what we got here. And then sometimes stuff will come, sometimes it doesn't.
Do you pull from the darkest parts of your soul to
and the lightest
write
too,
your
and the lightest?
Yeah,
I try to at least.
So, would you classify your music kind of as upbeat, or would you say it's
both? I think I've got a couple upbeat songs, and then I have some more like darker stuff. But it's not like sad. It's more like I don't know. It's more. I guess it's just real. I try to like write real, like stuff that's real to me. And
so you pull it from like actual experiences and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So do you approach it like writing the music first, or do you go lyric first, or is there not really a rhyme or reason?
It's both, honestly. Yeah, I'll write a lot of the times. I'll write lyrics, and I'll have them for like a couple weeks or a month or so, and then I'll just like all of a sudden the music will come and I'll be like, oh, cool. There's that song.
Do you refine it over time? Like, do you feel like the more you play it, you kind of feel out where the song sits? I've noticed that with some of the songs I've written, and I tend to will record something and then I'll play it live a whole bunch of times. And I notice a lot of bigger bands do this too. Like you'll watch them play one of their songs live, and it sounds almost completely different than what
Right.
they had recorded.
Right, because they probably recorded it early on or whatever.
Yeah, like you just wrote it. You know what I mean? Yeah, you
Yeah.
played it a bunch of times, but you haven't completely figured out all the little nuances of it. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you feel like you've like finessed your songs now to the point where
There's definitely some that have come out like as finished. Like I haven't touched them since I wrote them the day I wrote them, and then there's other songs where I've added lyrics on like a year or two later and been like, wow, now it's finally done.
Yeah, I used to have I had a backup singer that would complain to me all the time because I'd constantly be changing, trying to figure out like, okay, maybe if I go to this note instead of this note, but she was like, I need to know where to like harmonize. You keep changing what you're doing on the fly. I'm like, well, I'm a rock and roll guy. I don't play by the rules, Alex. You know what I mean? I drink whiskey and I play the guitar and I sing. So you got to do it. You got to come along for the ride, as it were. Yeah. So where are you playing next too? You've got shows coming up, right?
Yeah, LFG is playing on the 27th.
Why LFG?
LFG.
Yeah. What does that stand for?
It stands for
say it into the camera.
Can I say the
yes?
The F?
Yeah, you can say
Let's fucking go.
All right. I like that name though. It's very, very rock and roll.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. That's
who came up with that?
That's Josh.
Is that yours? Oh, Josh.
Josh came up with that one.
Yeah, Josh Ketchum. He did reach out too. Josh reached out to me, and I gotta just
cheers, Josh.
I gotta reach out to him again, but so let's fucking go. And then where did you say you were playing?
Naples Hotel in Naples. The 27th. It's like a Halloween gig.
All right. Well, hopefully this, I don't know when this actually airs. It might be after you play that show, but maybe I'll release a snippet of it. What about after that, just in case anyone...
I don't have too many gigs booked after that. I gotta get...
You're taking the holidays off for some rest and relaxation.
Yeah. What about you? Do you have gigs coming up?
Yeah, I've got a few things coming up. I really should start kind of promoting, I guess, some of our shows on this platform too. I guess, right?
Yeah.
If I've got to.
Yeah, when's your next gig?
We're playing it, but again, like it depends on when these things get released, so it might actually be past that time. We've got a few things in like November and December around here. The Photo City Music Hall. We've got some taco joint. What is it called? Rustic Taco.
Oh yeah,
Fairport.
Yeah.
I heard they're like good
I'll
tacos
come out to that,
there too. We got two. We got one in October, which this might be already aired by the time that happens, but then in November we got another one. So cool. I like those like low key, like just trio duo. Like we'll pare down the band, and it'll just be like we're hanging out like at a taco place. You know what I mean? Or like at a cafe or a bar or whatever.
Yeah, there's no pressure.
Yeah. What's your favorite like kind of
favorite venue?
Yeah. Type of place to play. The real rowdy drunk places where they're throwing bottles at you.
No, probably just like chill breweries. I like the breweries where it's like Sunday afternoon, and the sun's shining and there's kids playing and stuff.
Wait, let me put myself there. All right, describe it again, Alex.
There's beer flowing out of the taps.
Okay, delicious. Is it cold? Is it ice cold beer?
Ice cold, Kolsch.
Frosty glass. Oh, a Kolsch.
Yeah.
What's a Kolsch? Is that like a? It's like a citrus.
It's like a German-y, Swedish beer thing.
All right, I'm in there. I'm in the brewery. Some ice cold beer is pouring. Do they have Bavarian pretzels?
Yes, there's pretzels, there's cheese.
I do like pretzels quite a bit.
There's a handsome guy playing guitar, and he kind of looks like me.
Oh my. Do you dress up for your shows, or do you tend to go just kind of...
Just like this.
Yeah, just chill? Yeah. No tuxedos or
No.
tight leather pants?
I wish I had the style to be able to do
that. I tried a few times to like do like the like the 80s rockers like Aerosmith where they'd have like the like all the stuff on, you know what I mean? And it doesn't work with me. I feel like I look like an idiot.
Yeah.
When I feel uncomfortable, like I don't feel like it's me.
You gotta be able to like rock it.
Yeah, like Steven Tyler wearing, what is it, like a 40-year-old women's clothing on stage.
Yeah, the guy, we have a drummer named...
Sorry, Steven Tyler. Yeah.
We have a drummer named Levon. He always wears like, he's got like a top hat. He's got like the
But does it work for him though?
Jack, like shirt. He rocks it.
Yeah.
Everybody's always like, dude, nice get up.
Yeah, I feel like if I go too far like in that direction, I want to do it. And then Halloween comes up and I'm like, then I use that opportunity to like,
just to
It's
wear
like Hot Girl Summer, but for a rock and roll guy. On
time to wear women's clothes.
That's right. Yeah. It is. That's how I go. Rings and stuff and mascara. I've done the mascara too in the past. I actually had my daughter help me put mascara for one of the shows. But
yeah, that's cool.
But generally, breweries and stuff in upstate New York, they don't.
Yeah, they'll beat you.
Yeah, you can't go. You can't be wearing fishnets on stage and stuff.
Nope.
They frown upon that sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they like it though.
Yeah.
So are you planning? You said you were planning on recording an album, right? Or you're in the midst?
It's in the midst. Yeah.
So when do you think that'll be out?
October 31st. Is the date. Yeah.
So it's a Halloween release.
Yeah.
Did you do a cover of Thriller?
No, I should though.
No, that would be a hard song
like
to cover.
A song? Okay.
Yeah, Thriller by Michael Jackson. Cause it's a thriller.
Kinda. Yeah, I guess so.
Just doing the dance. Thriller.
Yeah.
And then what's his name? Price is doing the spoken word thing. What is it? Vincent Price, right?
Oh, Vincent
I'm bad
Price.
with names. Thank you
okay.
for saving me for myself. Mm-hmm. So I'll tell you what. Where are you recording it? Is it somewhere here? Are you doing it at your house?
Yeah, so it's in my parents' basement. Actually.
All right.
They've got I got a little home studio that I finagled. Kind of looks something.
What are you using to record? So here's something that is actually pretty useful to people because, as you get older, you tend to make a little bit more money in your job and whatever, or you can buy some more equipment. But when I was younger. My father had an old 4-track, like a cassette 4-track, right?
Yeah.
And me and my older brother would record all sorts of crazy shit. And speaking of Weezer, and as a matter of fact, Green Day, we once did a full cover of the entire Dookie album. Just we were bored one day, and I think we had some of the Jazz Cabbage. But we recorded basically a cover of the entire Green Day Dookie album. And I think we did the Blue album by Weezer too.
That's sick.
So there might be cassettes out there. But my brother, like I said, my older brother's much better guitar player, so he learned all the parts for the guitar parts. And then I sang them, and I think we might have added some drums or something in there. But it was just cassettes. I was so happy about it at the time. I guarantee if I listen to those recordings now, though,
you'd burn them.
Yeah. I'm like, let's get rid of these things so they're not in the public. But what are you recording on? Is it like a?
I got a computer, classic DAW. I'm using FL Studio. Got some microphones.
I've never used FL Studio. Do you like it?
It's great. Yeah, I like it. It's not like Ableton. I feel like Ableton's a little bit better, and maybe I don't know. I've never really tried Reaper or anything, but it's good.
Is FL Studio, is that a free program, or is that
you got to pay for it? It's I think it's $500 or something. But,
all right. So
I use FL, and then I've got got my audio interface, got a whole setup. It's taken me a while.
What on your audio interface? What are you using? Like a Focusrite or something like that? Like a 2-channel, or is it?
It's got 4 inputs on the front and then 8 on the back. So.
Oh wow!
But the 8 on the back are kind of useless almost because they're line inputs. It's kind of technical stuff, but it's.
Well, this is the Songwriters Couch.
That's true.
Musicians mostly that are going to be listening to this too. So do you find that setup to be good? Are you good with the mixing, mastering, and that sort of stuff? Or?
I've gotten pretty good at it. I think. I think it's definitely. I think you definitely have to have an ear for it. But I think sometimes I'm you listen to a song so much and it almost you get what's it called, studio ear, where you can't really hear your mistakes anymore, and you're just
all you hear is
you need a second opinion almost. I feel on a lot
or
of
a couple of days off to let your ears recover from it.
Yep.
Sometimes I'll even listen to a song. I think I've said this on the podcast before, but a few months later, and speaking of working out a song on stage, I have and as a matter of fact, I want to announce something here. I do have a comedian that I'm going to have on the show. Cool. That I've booked already because I've talked already about a bunch of how comedy is kind of similar to the music thing. They have to work out their bits on stage and all that. Yeah. It'll be interesting. Trust me. I know it sounds strange, but it'll work for what.
That's cool.
For what
that sounds awesome.
But the method that you record with, do you send it off to be mixed and mastered, or you do that yourself and release it, or?
So I do a lot of the mixing myself, and then I'm probably gonna have a computer basically master it.
Mm.
Um,
Wait, what do you mean by that?
so
Like
you,
AI?
so you can get AI to master
You
your
son
tracks and
of a
stuff.
bitch.
I know. I don't really. It's
No, I want
expensive to pay
the re-
to pay like actual people.
It
and
is
stuff,
true. I wonder how has it been? Have you tried any of those things?
Yep, I
What's
have it
your
on my one of my tracks that I released. I did.
What's
with,
been
like,
your
AI.
experience with that? Like, do you find it to be?
It was good. It definitely like made the track sound more lively and like brought the volume up. I think it did a lot of like compression and stuff and made it sound like better, I guess.
Yeah.
In a way, yeah.
So what do? You upload. If you want to talk about what is the program that you use? Do you
I
remember?
forget the service, but it was through DistroKid, which is like a distribution service. That's how I release my music is through DistroKid.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a label, but without having a label.
Yeah.
You pay for it instead
Yeah,
of them
yeah,
paying you.
yeah.
but yeah.
That's sometimes a good thing though, because labels will give you money. They're not really giving you money. They're loaning you money.
the money. They're like, they
with
want
interest.
it back. Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely want it back.
Yeah.
But
But
that's
yeah.
interesting because I have looked into that. I haven't played around with the AI thing. I think that's going to change the whole mixing mastering business, unfortunately, for a lot of those people
It's true.
that are out there.
It's true.
I've and a few, maybe a couple episodes ago, I had the CEO from These Headphones, which these are specifically made for mixing and mastering.
Oh, cool.
And picking your. And I don't think that can go away because there's an art form to that too.
True.
You know, like you can have AI say, "I'm going to make this the way."
This genre
In
should sound or
general,
whatever,
in general, it should sound, but there's an artistry to like actually mixing and mastering that I
Yeah.
feel like it would be very difficult to take that away from human beings. You know?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
So most of the songs now that you're going to be releasing on this, they've been mixed,
By me.
mixed by you,
Yep.
but mastered by AI.
They're gonna be mastered by AI. Yeah.
Do they have mixing as well? Will it do mixing the AI?
I don't know. I don't know if they can really do that.
Yeah, that's a little tougher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, to get like volumes of like each individual. I bet you it'll get there. Though,
Maybe
right?
eventually. Yeah. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, isn't there there's some sort of AI now that wrote a song, like a Drake song they tried to submit to the Grammys, right? Wasn't it? Like
Oh,
it was
really?
like it wasn't actually him. It was like Drake and someone else. Yeah, they said they ended up saying like, no, we can't allow it because it's not a human being that
Oh, really?
that it literally like wrote the song. It wasn't actually their voices. It was just all AI, but they inputted the criteria for what the song should be like,
Wow.
which I feel like we're getting into really like terrible
That's weird. Wait, the AI
position
created
with
the song?
some. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Don't quote me on that, but
Huh.
but I mean there are pop. So here's what's really strange.
Yeah.
Now there are like, on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
You have those influencers that are just AI.
Yeah.
But there was someone that came out as like a pop star,
Mhm.
but the person themselves is not a real person. It's an AI person. So all the images of them, all the video of them it's not a real human being. It's an AI version of them.
That's scary.
But then they're also using the AI technology to create the pop songs that they're writing.
Huh.
So it's not a real human being actually doing any of it. It's all a computer.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. But right now it's not good enough. I'm just worried about where
It's gonna go.
Yeah, where it's
Yeah.
because once someone really gets into pop, I feel like I don't know.
Yeah, I would hate for music to ever go into the hands of like Google and like their robots and stuff. That'd be that'd be sad. I feel like I don't know. It seems like that should be made illegal almost. 'Cause, you know,
But you can't. Now you're becoming the old man,
the old guy.
right here.
Where's
as
my
we speak.
coffee?
You're watching. Yeah, where's my fish sandwich and Sanka from McDonald's? But like I feel like there's this already. I'm seeing. Well, I guess there are little pockets of like rebellion, rebellious music that are coming out.
Yeah.
But I feel like the more that they can generate, because even the pop songs now can be written very easily in AI.
Yeah.
They're all pretty much the same thing. I mean, there's a whole lawsuit with Ed Sheeran, right, where he had to fight to say every pop song is the exact same thing so that he couldn't be sued, right?
Oh, really?
Because
Wow.
someone from the 70s I forget who was it. Who was the who was it?
Let's Get It On by Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, Marvin Gaye.
Wow.
Right. So let's get it on.
Okay. I don't think I've heard of this. I gotta tune in.
When your legs don't work like they used to before. Yeah. So both the same chords, right, in a very similar progression.
Yeah.
So basically, what he fought in court is
Right.
to say, well, that song is hundreds of pop songs that have been written, right?
Right.
And so my fear is that it's very easy to write a pop song, and eventually record companies and everyone that has the money that's distributing stuff can just get AI to write it, and it'll almost be as if like the pop music genre will be out of the hands of human beings.
Of actual people. Yeah. It could
and
be.
then it could be real trouble, because then to become a musician and make a living at it
would be
almost impossible.
Yeah,
because
which
you
is
can
kind
write
of already like that.
you'd
honestly.
have to be like such a monumental force to change the course of music altogether in order to even get recognized, you know, which that's pretty difficult to do, you know.
Yeah, true.
It doesn't happen very often. I mean, you had like Nirvana back in the 90s. Who has done that since then?
Right.
Just completely changed like the landscape of music.
Yeah.
I mean, Cardi B.
Cardi B.
Is it Cardi B?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's it.
I don't know.
No, it's
like,
not Cardi B.
Like Eminem and like those
Eminem,
like the hip hop guys.
Eminem
you know, like those
kind of
guys.
did that. Hip hop. But now even hip hop, I think, is it's all the same. Like
It's being recycled. Yeah, it's kind of all being like.
So maybe it's up to you. What I'm trying to say is I'm recruiting Alex here, the youth of the youth musicians of America, to come change the world, take over AI, and fight the Terminators that are coming for our music. Alex.
I'm here for it.
You heard it here first, guys. He's here for it. He's ready to go.
Don't come after me, Google.
Yes, Google's a powerful entity. So what do you want to do like in the future with regards to music? Do you have any big dreams of? So sometimes I think about, what if I could get a whole choir, a whole orchestra, like, you know.
That's actually a good goal. Yeah, is having like a whole orchestra behind you. That'd be really cool. Get to the point where you can like arrange songs in such a way that you can be like, okay, well, I want a French horn player here. Like I want like this like, you know, like soulful singer to sing these lyrics. Like I don't want to sing my own lyrics. I want to have you sing it, like that kind of thing. To be able to have that power.
Do you have a name for your album, by the way?
I don't. I actually I'm taking suggestions. So
Oh.
if you guys have any suggestions, I have like a list on my phone. But
So well, maybe we can help here. Maybe in the comments. Where's the so in the comments?
Yep.
Let's list. Do you have some names of the songs? That you can.
So Deep Blue Sea is one of the songs. That's probably one of the more monumental tracks, I guess, in the album. And then George Eastman is another name of the song. What else? Yeah, those are kind of like the big ones. There's some more too, but yeah, I was thinking of calling.
Are you going to play one of those today?
I probably will. Yeah.
So maybe down in the if you can switch to this camera. So in the comments after Alex plays today, let's have some suggestions. Maybe we'll come up with your album title today. Have you done any music videos yet?
I have the one music video. It's called IPA.
Okay.
It's for my song.
Are you a beer drinker?
I
like the beer?
Not really anymore. No. I wrote it for my friend who was a big IPA guy. And
so what are you drinking now? You drinking whiskey?
Water. Just water.
Oh, just water.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my! Nature's fruit juice. No,
No, I kind of gave it up.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, you gave up the booze.
Gave it up. Yeah.
Oh my. Well, I didn't. I didn't give it up at all. Yeah.
Cheers.
No. So what do you got? What are you playing there, Alex?
This is a Seagull guitar.
Seagull. I like the color of it. The matte finish on there.
Yeah, it's relatively new.
Oh, is that one of those guys that has like the tuning thing on the inside too?
I actually just put that on there. That's like a little clip-on tuner that I put on the inside. Yeah.
That's new. I've just started seeing those around recently.
Yeah, it's neat. It's super accurate. I like it.
Let's see. Can you get any of that on camera? Can you actually see that
this little guy?
It goes like in the sound hole. I bet that's super accurate, probably, right?
It is.
Because you're getting.
It's an E.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, it's good.
Except when you got to go change the battery, then it's a pain in the butt because you usually drop it in there, I bet.
Yeah, no, I've definitely dropped it in a couple times.
So let's do this. Where are we at time-wise? I think I want to get into some music a little bit if you're down for that, Alex.
Sure.
You're down to.
Yeah, let's do it.
And as a matter of fact, you were just on another radio show recently, right?
I was.
What was the name of that show so people can check that out?
That
too?
was Rochester's Free Radio. It's WFRZ. They're doing, what is it? It's rock the. Yeah, it's rock. It's just like a rock radio, but they do all sorts of music. And,
yeah, I think Sunday. I was on there a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, something like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, you were there, right? It's a fun place. So
yeah.
So let's do this. What song are you gonna play? And then what is it about?
I'm gonna play this song called "Take Good Care." It's been released. It's not one of the ones from the new album, but it's about it's kind of about like, or initially wrote it about like my bosses and stuff, having like an overbearing boss or whatever, but also like.
Do you still work there now?
Nope, not anymore.
Right. Not anymore. He doesn't work there anymore.
Yeah.
Not the current boss.
It was an old boss. Yeah.
Old boss.
And yeah, and then also kind of like relationship stuff too. So.
All right.
Yeah. So it's kind of like.
So before we go into that, if you have yet to subscribe, to like, to comment, or whatever, do that please now. We're gonna have Alex Raia do a little number here, and maybe if you could take the microphone and kind of tilt it so it gets a little more guitar too, so like in between you and the. Yeah, it would be beautiful.
If I kick this back.
Yeah, and that's my dryer going off in the background too. If you hear that beeping sound, so maybe it's the longest. I don't know, what is that, Maytag?
Samsung.
Oh, is it a Samsung?
Yes,
I love those.
It's like a 10-minute song that it plays. It like wants to be a songwriter.
That's
I think
fun.
it's like it hears us playing in here all the time. Yeah,
love
it's gonna be my backup singer on the next album. Yeah, it's
sample
like,
that.
Yeah, it's
sample
really
that
like,
dryer
Pat, I'm not gonna
music.
clean your clothes anymore unless you get me on that album. And I want publishing rights on it. Are you ready to do something?
I'm ready.
So everyone, keep in mind too, as he plays this, he's looking for a title for his record. So let's help Alex out. You ready?
Cool. Yeah. This song is called "Take Good Care." Hope you like it. You're too wise to be careless. You're too strong to be numb. We all got things we want to confess. Baby, you're not the only one. The moon rises above the surface. The spoonful that weighs a ton. You live life's your own business. Just make sure you're having fun. You gotta weigh the pros and cons, babe. Gotta live life your way. Seen so many lonely Sundays. It's just another lonely Sunday. Whoa, 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 whoa. Seen so many lonely Sundays. You'll be happy maybe someday. Sometimes life just appears gray. Guess the winter makes it seem that way. You keep moving down the line, son. You keep moving, you'll be fine, son. You don't have a lot of time, son. You learn to walk, now it's time to run. Whoa, 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 whoa. I said I don't get mad at nobody else, man. I own my mistakes and I don't ask for help. I'm a simple man, babe. You should understand. I got a simple plan, babe. Take care of yourself. Said I don't get mad at nobody else, man. I own my mistakes and I don't ask for help. I'm a simple man, babe. You should understand. I got a simple plan, babe. Take care of yourself. You need to learn to take care of yourself. You need to learn to put the all you up on the shelf. Keep your chin up when you feel like hell. Maybe break it down real simple like I sell. I guess in every sinner there once was a saint, and maybe everybody's got some colors they could paint. If you could paint it over, which route would you take? Would you start it all over for the sake of saving face? Ooh, baby, baby, what do you say? You wanna link up maybe later today? You could think it over, baby, that's okay. I just wanna hear your voice at the end of the day. I said I don't get mad how nobody else man. I own my mistakes and I don't ask for help. I'm a simple man, babe. You should understand. I got a simple plan, babe. Take care of yourself. So that I don't get mad at nobody else, man. I own my mistakes and I don't ask for help. I'm a simple man, babe. You should understand. I got a simple plan, babe. Take care of yourself. Ow! Thanks. Thank you.
All right, Alex Raia, everybody. So, what was the name of the song again? Can you say it again?
Take good care.
Take good care. I dig that.
Thank
I
you.
like the chords that you've chosen in there. I was watching
Thanks.
what you were doing there with the guitar too, so I could tell you've got some experience with the the old 6-string there. And the reason I say that is because sometimes I watch people play and how they strum and how they move their things, and you're doing things that you probably don't realize you're doing.
Yeah.
Play that riff one more time. So. So you just did it there.
Yeah.
Where you're muting in between.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Did you have to learn to do those things, or was that something that just kind of you ended up?
It was like a I don't know, I probably picked it up along the way at some point, but I don't really know when it came. It's kind of just
So I'll a lot of times do it with like this hand
that
to
palm
mute it.
Yeah.
But I'll do that too here. Like I'll mute with my thumb, but I never learned to do that. And it's interesting, like as you get more comfortable with guitar, you start doing stuff that I don't think you realize that you're doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's like proficiency.
Did you ever take any like theory online or anything like that?
No, just YouTube, just watching YouTube videos and stuff. Yeah.
What's your favorite out of your songs
My favorite
to
one?
play?
Oh, that's a good question.
Not your favorite song, but your favorite one to play.
Favorite to play.
So I have my favorite to play, and then I have my favorite song that I actually like.
Well, what's your favorite to play?
So I like "For the Hell of It" is one of my favorites. It's super like.
I like that. Yeah. Nice.
You know, it's very
like
catchy. So I like playing that song, but one of my favorite songs is called "Butterflies and Knives." So it's like it's more
it's more like
finger
softer,
picking and stuff. That like I like the sound of it, but then typically audiences like songs that I tend to be like I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, I mean I really like.
I've written a bunch of songs where people really like it, and then I'm like, it's not really my favorite. Favorite song. So out of all of your songs that you've written recently, what's your favorite one to play?
Probably it's either that one or the one George Eastman that I wrote.
Can you play a little?
Sure, I play George. So George Eastman goes like this. It's kind of like
for those out there that don't know, who is George Eastman?
He's Rochester's very own entrepreneur, and he kind of is the reason that the city exists almost.
Eastman Kodak. Right?
Yeah, Eastman Kodak.
The mayor of was he ever the mayor? I'm going to just say mayor of Rochester, currently and forever. But I think he's dead. Is he dead right now?
Yeah,
he's not the mayor, but
he probably could have been.
Yeah, the CEO or inventor of Kodak, right?
The mayor of film, but
he's the mayor of film. I like it. Yeah.
But
yeah. So
it's not really. It's not even really about him at all. It's just I kind of just chose that name because it sounded cool. And
you grew up in Rochester,
basically, yeah.
So George Eastman was. I actually don't even know. Was he the founder of Kodak?
Yep, I think so. Yeah,
Eastman Kodak or what have you. But that his company made the film for like almost every single major motion picture
Yeah.
that exists. And as a matter of fact, recently that's come back as like people want to start producing film now on actual film, which is amazing. So
That's
that I
cool.
think there's like a resurgence now where they're having to like restart up buildings that haven't been turned on in a long time, you know?
That's cool.
So you got like lights coming on. It's like, you know,
Yeah.
the light comes on
Yeah.
in that slow way.
radioactive rats. And
So what?
stuff.
Yeah, yeah, they've just been eating film for the last 10 years or 20
They're just
years.
like,
you know?
they've got like film reels in their heads.
I just need
stuff,
more
yeah.
film. I need more.
That's an interesting thought. But yeah, this
Play a
this
little
song-
riff of what that.
Yeah, I put it on the radio, so it's so it goes like this. 2, 3, 4. 11 fingers, 12 toes, 2 left feet, crooked nose. Goddamn, I am freak show. Yeah.
So what made you call it?
Because there's a part where I mentioned George Eastman, and it's kind of got like some inspiration from Gorillaz a little bit, and Gorillaz have that song called Clint Eastwood, and it's kind of like a nod to him, to Damon from Gorillaz, because when you hear the recording, you'll be like, wow, that sounds like a Gorillaz song almost.
I've always loved bands like that too, like the bands that do like they refuse to be on camera and show their own face, like Tool.
Yeah.
Did that for a very long time. I mean, recently they've been, Maynard and those guys have been on camera.
Yeah.
And I'm getting the 5-minute warning. But I always find that interesting. If there's something to look forward to now, I'm having the whole band cartoonized by a local artist, and I'll announce it once it's out there. But he knows who he is. He's cartoonizing the whole band, so we're gonna have cartoon versions of us that hopefully I can animate too at some point. We could do like a little animated video. I always hated the like being on camera, like the social media thing. Like I do this obviously, right? But at least I'm like talking with other songwriters and musicians. And there's like a point to it. Like I feel just posting stories and like pointing the camera at myself. I feel so silly.
Yeah, it's
doing
very
it, right?
silly. Yeah,
How do you feel
I'm the
like
same
you're
way.
comfortable with that?
No, I'm the same way. I'm not really on social media often. Like I find myself like pushing it away rather than I don't know. I'm not big with the phone really.
So let's do this.
Yeah.
Do you have another song you can
I can play that one. Yeah.
you can play?
Yeah.
So let's turn it again. What are the chords that maybe I can do?
So that's an E9.
I love that chord.
So you got your pinky.
Yeah.
E major 9. Yeah. And then A majors or A minor 7. And then
You already lost me.
So
I'm done. I'm done.
So yeah, because
Here, wait. Just point the microphone mid.
Yep.
And let's hear it. So before we go, I'm gonna have Alex play us out here. Yep. So we're still looking for a couple more sponsors. We've got some lined up. Some announcements to be made soon. We've got some super cool guests coming up, and we've got a special. We talked about it today. Special Thanksgiving episode that's going to come out. We might be eating giant turkey legs.
gobble.
Maybe a pumpkin pie or two.
That sounds fun.
I don't know about two. Maybe one pumpkin pie is enough. One pumpkin pie is enough. And some music and stuff, and the rest of the band. Patrick Joanne band might be on that show, so we might be cooking a turkey. Maybe we'll give some tips.
Maybe
No,
stuff it.
we shouldn't give any tips on cooking a turkey. That would be. Yeah.
That'd be
Ask the lawyers. Ask the lawyers whether or not we should cook a turkey.
Maybe like a bee.
We're gonna cook the turkey with our rock.
There you go.
We're gonna rock.
That'd be a good
Yeah.
side
Everyone's
video.
everyone's
to make.
shaking their heads in
You should make
disappointment
like a blooper
at me.
video of that.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are.
We melt faces typically, but in this instance, we're gonna just broil a turkey.
I like that idea. I think that's.
I don't know if it'll be cooked fully, like to FDA standards.
It's gonna serve.
As-
We're gonna
right.
serve raw turkey.
It'll probably be in the like.
Turkey tartare.
Yeah. Ugh.
Uh,
Oh, that just sounds awful.
you gotta be a
Turkey
cat and
tartare.
not eat that.
Jeez. Jeez. All right. So you grew up in Rochester.
Yep.
let's have, and I've been asking this to food suggestions.
Food suggestions in Rochester.
So if someone was to come to Rochester and have one food, and don't say garbage plate, it's typical.
Yeah. So
When you're like, I can't live without this particular thing that
probably my mom's chicken parmesan.
oh, that's going to be a hard thing for people to get, though.
Yeah, I can't.
Is she starting a restaurant or?
No.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Ooh, chicken parmesan though is delicious.
It's good. Yeah,
It's
it's
delicious. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
All right, so Alex's mom's chicken parmesan. Look for the restaurant. I'll just say Alex Raia's mom's chicken parmesan shop. That's all she'll serve.
Just chicken
Any
parmesan.
pasta with it? Is it like spaghetti?
Pasta. Oh yeah, spaghetti
on top of a
side.
bed of spaghetti.
Yeah.
Not fettuccine though. You can't do fettuccine.
No.
All right.
No, just spaghetti.
Red sauce on the pasta.
A little bit of red sauce. Yeah.
All right, Alex. I'm getting told to shut the hell up
Okay.
and let you play. So
Okay.
let's hear the last song. Guys, please comment, subscribe, all that stuff. If you have suggestions on songwriters you'd like to see on the show, please suggest them. Des, thank you for sticking around and hanging out. I appreciate it. Allie, thank you for sticking around and helping out with the show.
You're stuck.
And Alex, thank you for being on the show. I really appreciate it. It was really cool.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a long day for me, and I know I'm probably disjointed and all over the place, but
You're good.
I appreciate you putting up with me
Thanks for having me.
and my drinking of whiskey, and let's have you play us out. What's the name of the song?
This is George Eastman.
George Eastman,
Yep.
and this will be on his upcoming.
Yep, upcoming album. Yeah. So, yeah, it goes like this. I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 fingers, 12 toes, 2 left feet, crooked nose. Goddamn, I am freak show. My mama never told me where I come from, where to go. I got it, you need it, you feel it, and I feel it too. Cause you could be a freak show baby just like me. Walk around like black coffee when you're totaling tea. I got so many friends in so many different places, all living their lives and therefore making a statement. It's like Patrick Bateman and Norman Louis Bates got it on in Burger King's bathroom, but out pop me. I got so many problems I lost count while counting them. Some people kill the demons while others they just shout at them. It's like I could play the guitar and rap at the same time. Would you rather hear ZBTV play Chicken Fried for the 30th time? No offense to those guys, I'm sure the chicken's great, but here's some new fucking addicts sorting empty garbage plates. I got 11 fingers, 12 toes, 2 left feet, crooked nose. Goddamn, you are freak show. You gotta take it slow. You gotta let it go. Gotta take it slow. Cause you could be a freak show baby just like me. Walk around like black coffee when you're totaling tea. I got George Eastman, blew his brains out for no reason. He couldn't find God's peace and even in his Victorian Eastman. Isn't that the story of the rich man who found riches? At least modern rappers are content with money and convictions. No, I'm not blind, but I can hardly see. When I'm down below the surface, it gets harder to breathe. It's when I find myself alone, underneath the deep blue sea. I got 11 fingers, 12 toes, 2 left feet, crooked nose. Goddamn, I am freak show.
Ow! That was it. Oh, applause.
Thank you.
Hey, Alex, thank you for
Thank
being
you.
on the show. I appreciate it,
Yeah.
man. We'll have to have you out after the album's released so you can pimp that out.
Sweet.
When it comes out, go download it. Thank you, everyone that's been watching lately. We really appreciate the support. And the best way you can really support the channel is by subscribing and liking. It helps the algorithms. Speaking of AI, helps propagate it. So every time you like a post or anything like that, it really helps us. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. How about you? You tell these guys goodbye.
Bye, YouTube, Facebook. Follow me on Add me on Facebook if you want to be friends.
Yeah. Oh,
Whatever.
This is really getting personal.
Whoa.
Settle down.
Where else can they follow you, Alex? His OnlyFans is
His OnlyFans.
His
Only musicians.
his OnlyFans. All right. Well, if we can switch to this camera. Thank you, everyone that's been watching recently. We really appreciate it. I'm going to start probably announcing some shows and stuff, and we've got some tours next year that I'll start adding to this thing. And thank you, Allie. I really appreciate it. I know you're tired today, and it's been a long day, but thank you for helping out with the show and doing the camera switching. So Des, can you do me a favor? Can you just turn that?
No.
Oh, she doesn't want to be on camera, but.
No. Well, this is going to be a secret reveal. We're gonna secretly reveal.
At some point, I'll turn the camera around, and she can. Thank you, Des, for sticking around. How was the? What did you drink there? The wine?
Or
Oh, the Seed and Stone. Oh yeah, Seed and Stone. The Beats Me. Delicious, right? It's pretty good. Nice and dry. Thank you to our sponsors for sponsoring us, and we will see you on the next episode. And I can't wait to show you what we got next. So, thanks, Alex.
Cool.
Bye, guys.